All right, let's get moving. We're gonna start with some stretching. Let's just go ahead and take those legs nice and long. Sitting nice and tall. We're gonna flex those feet. You're gonna inhale, take it all the way up, and just exhale, reach it forward. And as always, if those hamstrings are a little tight, especially in the morning, sometimes they are, just shake those knees out a little bit, loosen those knees up. And then we're gonna bring that back up. We're gonna just do that one more time, nice and tall. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, reach that forward. You can even pull those toes back a little bit, stretch a little bit deeper there. Good, bring that back up nice and tall. Go ahead and draw that right leg in and then cross it over. So right leg is crossed, use that left arm, hug that knee to your chest, stretch through that hip. Might be sore from pumped in Pilates the other day. Just stretch that a bit. And then go ahead and release that. Draw that left foot in, cross it over. I don't have any music on down here, so if you guys want music at home, feel free to turn it on. Nice and tall. Really hug that knee in. Stretch that hip. Good. Go ahead and release that. And then we're going to go ahead and bring both feet in, legs bent. We want to sit nice and tall. We're going to bring those arms out to the front, and we're going to lean back with the upper body, and we're going to extend one leg long, then really use that core strength to pull back up to the center. Other side, lengthen and pull that up. So really want to focus on trying to get that leg straight out there. If you don't want to go back too far with the upper body, you can modify there. Just take it back to where you're comfortable. You don't want to be struggling to get back up. So if you feel like you are, then don't go back so far. Inhale back, exhale, lift that up. Good, keep pulling that belly button into that spine, like you're zipping up a pair of jeans. Strong legs, point those toes, reach. Want to make sure you don't start slouching here. Try to keep your chin away from your chest. Good, 2 more sets here. Long, lengthen. 1 more time on each side. Good, go ahead and extend those legs long. And then we're just gonna lower it all the way down, nice and easy, nice and controlled. And take those arms over your head, reach and lengthen and stretch it out. Long through those fingertips, long through those toes. Might want to point and flex. Get that stretch in the back of those legs. Good, and then we're going to go ahead and bring those arms beside you. We're going to bring those feet to the mat. Want to make sure we have that slight tilt with the pelvic muscles, so we don't want any arch with the back. You want to just tilt those pelvic muscles slightly, draw that low back towards the floor. Belly button is pulled into that spine, and then we're going to go up with the legs. So keeping those legs as straight as you can keep them. Head and shoulders can always lift if you want to try to challenge a bit. Again, try not to tuck your chin down. Want to have some space there. Want to make sure you're not looking at the ceiling. You'll feel some strain in your neck, so keep your eyes towards those thighs if you're lifted. Head staying down if that feels better. Arms can go under the hips if you need a little added back support. So we're just going to do nice and slow leg drops. So left leg first. Control that back up. Right side. And lift. Good. Inhale, lower. Exhale, control it up. Try to keep that top leg as still as you can. Keeping that core nice and strong, nice and engaged. Maybe you want to lift the head and shoulders, but you just need a little help. So one hand could come back behind your head. Could switch when you need to. You could take both behind your head if that's comfortable for a little challenge. Inhale down, exhale, pull that up. Good. We're going to do 1 more set like this. Good. Legs back up. Just hold it there. Rest the head if you need to. Now this next one, I want you to just take the left leg down and just hold it. So if you need a slight bend, go ahead and take it. Straight if you can. We're just holding. If you need those arms beside you, take them there. Head down if that feels better. We're going to switch those legs. And again, just hold. Long through those toes, lengthen and keep drawing that belly button into that spine. Good, switch and hold. Reach it long, lengthen, point. Keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Switch and hold last time. Good, almost there. And then we're just gonna release that, pull those knees in, take a little rest here. Could hug those knees and rock it out. Could open those knees wide, stretch a little deeper here. Maybe you want to just take the feet back to the floor and rest. That's okay too. So that last set, we were dropping those legs from the top. This time we're gonna lift them from the bottom. So we're gonna reach those legs all the way out. We're all gonna take the arms slightly under those hips for this one. Head and shoulders down or lifted. Again, that's completely up to you. Make sure you're drawing that belly button into that spine. So legs could stay down while you're not lifting, or you could hover. So completely up to you. So I'm gonna hover, but keep them down if that feels better. Left leg's gonna go up and then back down. Right leg's gonna lift and then back down. So really focused and controlled. Lift and lower. Head down if that feels better. You don't have to go very high. You could do smaller lifts. Up, up. Good. Lift and lift. 2 more sets. Scoop that belly, stay strong. Last time on each side. Good, we're gonna rest both legs. Take those arms over your head. Reach away from your center and stretch it, lengthen. Again, adding that point and flex with the feet, if that feels good. A few deep breaths here, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good, we're gonna bring those arms back beside you and bring those feet back to the mat. And then again, we wanna make sure we have that slight tilt with the pelvic muscles. Draw that low back towards the mat gently. Belly button pulled into that spine. Arms are still beside you here or under the hips if you need that added back support. We're gonna go back up with those legs. And then moving from the hip, this is just gonna be a small little runner. So you're coming the length of your body, keeping those legs as straight as you can, moving from the hip, working from the center of your body. Keep that core engaged, reaching long. And then you could stay right here. You could try to open a little bit bigger. Still keeping that core strong. If you start to feel that back arch, just make those crosses smaller. Don't open it up as wide. And then you could go even wider, open it up to that big scissor kick if that feels good. Again, back is still down. Head and shoulders are lifted if you choose. Good, give me 4 and 3 and 2. Good, last time on each side, and pull that in for that rest. Again, open the knees and rock, hug it out, rock it out. Whatever feels good here. Should be starting to get nice and warmed up. All right, to transition, we're gonna go ahead and take those feet back to the mat. Again, slight tilt with those pelvic muscles, draw that low back towards the floor. Zip it up, belly button pulled into that spine, back up with those legs. So those last crosses, those little runners were the length of your body. This time we're gonna do small crosses at the top. So you're crossing one leg over the front, keeping it close. So we're just hip distance. We're not opening wide. These are small controlled crosses. Long through those toes, lengthening, long neck, eyes on the sky, eyes on the ceiling, head and shoulders lifting if you choose with the eyes towards the thighs. Center of your body nice and strong, long through those toes. Good, keep going. Keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. 4, 3, 2, and last time, pull that in, take that rest. Good. And once again, we're going to take those feet back to the floor. Slight tilt with those pelvic muscles, belly button pulled into that spine, and then back up with those legs. So this next one, we're going to do leg drops again. We're just going to add to it. So one leg's going to go down and drop. The other knee's going to come towards your chest and bend. So we're going to reach and lengthen. The other knee comes in, and then we both go straight back up. Other side, and lift. Reach and lift. Good. Exhale, reach it long. Inhale, pull it up. Control those movements. Keep pulling that belly button into that spine. Smooth and controlled. Good, you got it. Reach and lift. Reach and lift. Nice. We're going to do 2 more sets. Reach and lift. Reach and lift. Last time on each side. Good. Pull that in, take that rest. Again, wider, or hug those knees and rock it out. And again, we're going to take those feet back to the floor to transition here. Slight tilt with those pelvic muscles. Belly button pulled into that spine, no arching with that back. We're going to go ahead and take those legs up to tabletop for this next one. So knees stacked over the hips, but we're slightly open with the legs, so we're not squeezing them together. Head and shoulders are lifted if you can, and your arms are going to start right by those hips, parallel to the floor. If you need to, head can stay down the whole time, so you don't have to lift the head at all. You could just move the arms and legs. So lifting the head if you can, and then if your head's lifted, it's going to go back each time. We're going to extend one leg long. Your other leg stays at tabletop. Arms are going to go back, reaching over your head, and then we pull back to where we started and go over to the other leg. So alternating which leg goes out. Arms are going over the head each time. Good. Inhale, reach it away. Exhale, pull center. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, pull center. Stacking that knee right over the hip each time. Nice strong legs, nice and long as you extend out. Nice controlled movements. Good. Reach and lift, pull center. Reach. Really going to feel these in the tummy tomorrow. Reach and reach. Good. Keep that core nice and engaged. Reach and lift, pull center. Reach. Let's do 2 more sets. Reach. Strong arms long through those fingertips. Last time on each side. And then we're going to just pull that in, take that rest. Nice deep breaths here. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Stretch it out. And then this next one, we're really going to target the inner thigh here. So go ahead and take those feet back to the mat to transition again. Engaging that core, belly button pulled into that spine. Slight tilt with those pelvic muscles, low back's going to stay down. We're going to take the hands behind your head for this one. Elbows are going to be nice and wide, but you can keep your head down. If you want to challenge, you're going to end up lifting the head and shoulders up, but you don't have to do that yet. Make sure that core is strong. We're going to take the feet off the floor, and I want your knees to go wide, and then I want you to flex the feet and draw your heels together. So when you look at your feet with the flex and the heels together, you're going to have a V. You want to keep that V the whole time, so don't bring the toes together. Keep that flex, heels together, keep seeing that V the whole time. So knees are wide, heels together. Hands back behind your head, belly button pulled into that spine. Head and shoulders lifting if you can, keeping those elbows wide, and then we're going to press those legs out. Squeeze an imaginary quarter between the knees, and then draw that back in, let the knees go wide. Exhale, press and squeeze, really engaging that inner thigh, and then pull back in. Exhale, press. So we want to keep that low back gently pressed towards the floor. So if you feel like that's starting to arch, you're going to want to go a bit higher with the legs. So taking it up higher if you feel like that back is arching. You're still going to feel that inner thigh work if you take the legs higher. Exhale, press, squeeze, and pull that back in. Exhale, press. Keep drawing that belly button in. Push, and back in. Press, and back in. Exhale, push. Good. Press through those heels. Push. Squeeze those knees together when you're out. Good. 2 more. And then we're going to hold this next one out. So if you need to go higher with the legs, go higher. We're going to point, flex, point, flex. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep those elbows wide. 3, 2, and last one. Good. Pull that in, take that rest. Ooh. So should have felt that inner thigh there. Working from your center, of course. Rock it out if you need to. Next one's going to be a similar start position to that last one. So we'll take those feet back down to the floor to transition again. And then hands are going to be back behind your head for this one as well. And then make sure that low back is pressed towards the floor with that slight tilt. Gently bring that back towards the mat. We're going to lift those legs up again. So knees are going to be wide, feet are going to be together, but this time I want you to point the toes instead of flex them and bring those toes together. So knees wide, you should feel that inner thigh right away since we just worked it. And then elbows wide, hands behind the head. So we're just going to lift slightly here. And this is not an elbow to opposite knee. We're not doing this. We want to stay nice and open, and you're coming to the same side. So right elbow to right knee, you're just going to twist, keeping that back down. You're going to come to the center and then other side. So you're staying open and twisting. Going to feel those obliques, still going to feel that inner thigh. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. So stay really wide and stay open. You're lifted just slightly with the head and shoulders. Really small, controlled movements. Twist, twist, exhale, twist, twist. Good, stay wide. You're just staying open and twisting. We're not lifting the body any further. We're not pulling up. Good. 4 and 3. Keep that core engaged. 2 more sets. Twist. Last time on each side, twist and twist. And then we're going to keep the knees wide. Bring those feet to the floor. Bring those feet together. Let those knees drop open. Arms over your head. Reach and lengthen and stretch it out. Long through those fingertips, long through those toes. A few deep breaths here, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. We're going to go ahead and bring those knees back up. And then we're going to bring those arms beside you, and we're going to go ahead and lift up to a shoulder bridge. So once we're up here, just want to make sure those feet are right below the knees, maybe out beyond just a tad, but not back behind those knees. That'll feel tight in the knees, tight in those quads, not going to feel good. Want to make sure you're light on the toes and pushing through those heels. You don't have to lift the toes, but just stay light on them. Want to make sure those hips are steady and strong so we're not sinking or bouncing or rocking in those hips at all. Really focus on that. And then if we add on and it's too much, remember you can just stay right here. Chest is open. We're strong with those shoulders. And then we're just going to go down and up. So we're going to inhale down, exhale, lift and squeeze those glutes. Down and up. Down and up. Good. Down, up, down, up. Nice and easy. Lift, lift. 4, up, 3, up. 2 more. Last one. Stay lifted. Just hold it here. And then our next one, we're going to go down again. So we're open with the hips. We want to squeeze the knees in when we come up from this one. So they're going to be open as you come down. And then at the top, squeeze those knees together. And then open them again as you come down. Squeeze the knees in at the top. Open to come down. Squeeze together at the top. So again, feeling the inner thigh and hips work here. Still squeezing those glutes at the top. Good. Inhale down. Exhale up. Squeeze. You got it. Keep going. Nice and easy, nice and controlled. Lift. Lift and squeeze. 4, squeeze. 3, squeeze. 2. This next one, hold at the top. Squeeze those knees in, and then little squeeze pulses at the top. In and out, in and out, in and out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to that basic bridge, just holding here. And then we're going to take that left leg if you're ready for it. Again, if not, you could stay right here. If you're ready, left leg's going to go straight up. We're going to flex that foot, and then we're going to sink those hips and push that heel back to the sky. Sink it and push. Sink and push. Sink and push. This is day 2 from our last pumped class, so you might be feeling that booty already. Exhale, press. Press, 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 nice and controlled. 4, 3, 2, last one, stay up there, Slowly bringing that leg back to the mat, finding your center. And then we're going to do that same thing on the right side. Take that leg and lift it up and flex that foot. Sink those hips, push it up. Sink and press. Sink and press. Exhale, push. Keep that core engaged. Chest is open. Remember, we don't want to push those arms down too hard. So palms in or up if you feel like you're using them too much. Up, up. 4, 3, 2. Last one, stay up there. Slowly again back down with that leg, finding your center. Hips are strong. And we're going to challenge here, one on each side, and then we'll lower it and stretch it out. Left leg's going to just extend long. So hips, thighs, and knees are nice and aligned. Chest is open. Hips are aligned here. You could look at them. Make sure you're not shimmied side to side. Pushing strong through that right heel that's down. Reach it, lengthen. Deep burn. Keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. And then we're going to keep those hips steady and bring that leg down. Find your center. Other side, lengthen, reach. Long through those toes. Keep that core engaged. Good. Keep breathing. In through your nose, out through your mouth. You got it. Almost there. And bring that foot down. And then slowly coming back to the mat, one vertebrae at a time. All the way down. Bringing that left foot to that right knee. Just grab behind that leg and stretch. Ooh. It's warm in my basement. Not sure about your house. Booty, booty, booty. We're going to move on to some more inner thigh when we're done stretching here. Good. Other side. Stretch it out. And then we're going to release that. Legs are going to go nice and long. Arms over your head. Reach it out. Lengthen and stretch. Point and flex. A few deep breaths here. And then we want that core nice and engaged. And we're going to roll up. Bring those arms up. We're going to scoop through that belly and peel yourself off the mat. Coming all the way up and reaching out over those legs. Stretch it. Good. Go ahead and come out of that stretch. So we're going to grab a quick drink if you need it. I need it. Oh, good stuff. I love it. I wish I could hear it. Stephanie's playing some Bryan Adams Pandora, like our good old Fridays at the Y. All right, so we're going to move into another inner thigh series here. We're going to lay down on the mat on one side, and you want to get that body in a nice straight line. Okay, top hand to the front for support. Make sure we're not dropping that shoulder forward or back. We're going to take that top leg, and we're going to bring it in and drop it to the front. Okay, so you don't want to be so far out that your hips are not stacked anymore. Your hips should still be stacked, but we're dropped to the front with that leg. We're going to start with the toes pointed, and then that bottom leg, we're just going to lift and lower. So it's not going to be a huge lift. Focus on that control as you come down. So we're really targeting that inner thigh as you lift, but you should be feeling those obliques as you go up and down. You can poke there in your side to feel them working. Make sure that core is engaged. If you need to here, bottom arm can go out. You can rest that head, keeping those eyes forward. Nice and easy. Up and up. Good. 4 more here. 4, 3, 2. On this last one, we're going to stay up there and we're going to pulse it out. Little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that down. Good. So the next set, we're going to flex the foot, pushing through that heel. Same thing. We're going to lift and control that down. Lift and lower. Focus on that control. Keep that core engaged. Drawing that belly button into that spine like you're zipping up a pair of jeans. Keep it pulled in, keep it strong. Good. Lift and lower. Up and down. Controlling. Up. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Stay up there and pulse it, pulse it, pulse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that down. Good. So we're going to point the toes for the next one. And we're going to lift up, and we're going to try to stay lifted. If you don't want to stay lifted, you could do one circle and then come back down, or do a couple and come back down and take a rest and then come back into it. Otherwise, we're going to try to stay lifted the whole time. So we're pointing. You're going to keep that leg as straight as you can, and you're going to do small circles. You've heard me say it before. Sometimes your circle feels more like a square. That's okay. Nice and controlled. Really focus on just staying lifted and controlling it. Working from your center. Upper body's open. Good. And we're just going to switch directions. Nice and controlled. Up and around, up and around. Yeah, 2 more. You got it. And resting that leg down. Good. Should be feeling that inner thigh. We're going to keep feeling it. This next one, we're going to try to stay lifted again for this one. Again, you could do a set and rest it and then come back into it. So whatever feels good for you. We're going to start with a point, and we're going to lift that leg up. So we're going to point and lift, and then we flex and lift. Point and flex. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Again, trying to stay lifted if you can. You could do a point and a flex and then rest if that's better. Listen to your body. Good. Point, flex. Point, flex. 2 more sets. Last set here. And rest that down. Good. We're going to point the toes again. You're going to take that bottom arm and reach it all the way out nice and long. Upper body still nice and open. You're going to take that hand behind your head, top hand. So bottom leg is straight and long. That leg's going to lift. Our upper body's going to lift as well. So you're going to bring your elbow towards the center of your body as you lift that straight leg, and then control that back down. We're going to lift and we're going to control down. Good. So really lifting and working from the center of your body here. You don't want to pull with your neck. Still feeling that inner thigh, feeling those obliques. Up and down. Lift and lower. Good. Up. Up. Upper body and lower body are coming up at the same time, coming down at the same time. Control those movements. Give me 4 more. Up. Up. 2 more. And then on this last one, we're going to stay lifted, and we're going to do little pulses. Up, up, up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that all the way down. Extend that leg nice and long. Reach it out. Lengthen. And then draw both knees in. Bring yourself on up nice and easy. We're going to take that right over to the other side. Grab that quick drink if you need it. Going to do that same series on the other side. Making sure we're nice and even. So we're going to lay that down again. So you want to start with that body in that nice straight line. Hips are stacked. Upper body nice and open. Don't drop forward or back. Top leg, we're going to bring it to the front. Drop it there. Remember, not too far out. You still want those hips stacked. Bottom leg is straight and strong, and we're pointing those toes. Belly button is pulled into that spine. We're just going to lift and lower for this first one. Up. Up. Again, feeling those obliques work. Targeting that inner thigh. Bottom arm, remember, you can extend and rest that head if that feels good. Nice and controlled with those lifts. Up, up, exhale, lift. Two more. Holding this last one, pulse it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back down. Good. Flex that foot. Press through that heel nice and strong. Same thing. Up and down. Lift and down. Controlling. Strong core. Drawing that belly button into that spine. Upper body nice and open. Up. Up. Good. You got it. Should be starting to feel that inner thigh here on this side. Up, up. 2 more. Last one, stay lifted, pulse it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that down. Good. Pointing those toes for the next one. Again, we're going to try to keep this one lifted. If that doesn't work for you, just go ahead and rest. Do a couple, rest it down. Do 1, rest it down, whatever feels good. We're going to lift that leg up. We're going to keep that toe pointed, and we're going to make small controlled circles. Long through those toes, really lengthen. That bottom leg is the only thing moving. Upper body is nice and still. Reach, reach. Good. Switch directions. Strong core. Keep it slow. These shouldn't be fast. 2 more. Last one here. And rest that down. Good. So next one, again, we want to try to stay lifted the whole time if that works for you. If it's better, you can rest between sets. We're going to be pointing and flexing for this one. We're going to start with that point. We're going to take it back up, and then we're going to point and lift, flex and lift. Point and flex. Point and flex. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Burn it out. Keep going. Strong core, engage. Good. Again, rest if you need to. 4, 3, 2, last set, and rest that down. Good. So pointing the toes again, bottom arm extending, resting that head, top hand behind your head. Remember, we're not pulling on the neck. You want to work from the center of your body. That straight leg's going to lift. That elbow is going to come towards the center of your body, lifting the head and shoulders, and then bring that back down. Stay open to the front. Good. Lift and lower. Controlling back down. Long through those toes, long through those fingertips on those, the arms that are down. That arm is straight. If you start to feel strain in the neck, just that leg could go up. You can stop lifting that head. Good. Focus on that control. Keep going. Up. 4 more here. We're going to pulse at the end, remember. Good. Here's 2. And last one. Stay nice and lifted. And pulse. 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 Good. Keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that down. Nice job. We're going to go ahead and roll onto our stomachs. Take those arms nice and long. Reach and lengthen. A few deep breaths here. Good. Now we're going to stay down here. Okay. We're going to keep those arms nice and long. You want to make sure you're not looking straight out to the front. You want to keep your eyes focused down on towards the front of your mat so you're not straining that neck, keeping the crown of your head out towards the wall. Arms long, legs long, and we're just going to do opposite arm and leg here. So left arm, right leg, we're going to lift and we're going to control down. Other side and down. Up and down, lift and lower. Up, up. So really want to focus on keeping your hips strong, stabilized, keeping that core engaged. These are small, controlled movements. Lift. Good. One more time on each side. And then we're just going to rest that. So for our next one, similar movement, we're just going to make it a little bit more advanced. So if you want to modify, you're going to do that same thing. Just keep it slow. Opposite arm and leg, nice and slow, controlled. If you can challenge, we're just going to lift everything off the floor. Keep that core nice and engaged, and we're gonna do small little swimmers. So you're moving from the hip and shoulder, keeping the center of your body nice and still. Keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last time, rest that down. A few deep breaths here as we rest. Good, so our next one, we're just gonna lift everything off the floor at the same time. Just a small pause at the top, and then we'll release back down. So again, belly button is pulled into that spine. You wanna draw that belly button in and away from your mat. Eyes towards the front edge of your mat, so arms and legs, everything's gonna come up. Small pause, and then control that back down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, control that down. Good, inhale, lift. Exhale, control down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, control down. Remember, we're not trying to come really high here. Focused on just lengthening through that spine. Smooth, controlled movements. Up and down. Let's do 4 more. Up and down. Lift and down. 2 more. Good. This last one, we're going to try to hold it up there. Lift and hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that down. Good. So we're going to stay down here for one more series, and then we'll bring it up. We're going to bring the hands in for this one, palms down. And then once we get started, you're going to take your forehead right to your hands. So your neck's going to stay nice and aligned with your spine. We're going to keep the right leg down, and we're going to bend the left leg, and we're going to flex that foot. So you want to make sure you don't start to straighten out. Really try to keep that leg bent. Keep that core engaged, belly button pulled in and away from the mat. And then we're going to take that bent leg, and you're just going to push it up. So it's not going to be very high. Keep it bent. Push that heel to the sky. Small press. Up, up, up. You might be lifting just enough to get a piece of paper under that thigh. That's okay too. Up. Small press. Good. We're going to do 4 more. Push. Push. 2 more. Last one. Try to stay up there and pulse it. Pulse it. Pulse it. Strong. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg down and extend it long. Good. Still keeping that core engaged. Right side. Bend. Flex. Again, forehead is coming right to those hands. Keeping that leg bent, we're going to push and release down. Small press and down. Press and down. Focus on that control down. Don't drop. Up. Up. Keeping that bend so you're really shaping those glutes. Good. Slow and controlled. 4 more. Up. Up. 2 more. Last one here. We're going to hold it up there and pulse. 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 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that. Extend that leg long. Reach those arms long and stretch. A few deep breaths here in through your nose, out through your mouth. All right, next one here in this series, we're going to bring those hands back in. Again, forehead going down. Once we get started here, we're going to bend both legs this time. Feet are going to stay together, and we're going to open those knees wide, and then we're going to flex the feet. So for this one, again, we want to try to get the thighs off the floor. They're not going to come very high. So again, if you're just getting lifted enough that a piece of paper could go under those thighs, that's totally fine. That's probably what's going to happen. So core is engaged nice and strong, and then we're just going to lift and lower. So you want to keep that bend. You're going to feel that low back working. You're going to feel those glutes. Small press. Push and down. Push. Upper body's going to want to try to lift with the lower body. So just focus on keeping that upper body down. Up. Small lift. Up. Up. And up. Good. One more like this. And then we're going to keep this position. We're just going to point the toes and continue. If you're going to get a booty cramp, this might be where it is. Ooh, up. Small, controlled, isolating movements. And lift. Good. And lift. And lift. 2 more. And then let's try to keep the thighs lifted on this one. And then extend the legs long and pull it in. Reach and in. Reach and in. Strong core. Reach and in. Give me 4 more. Out and in. Reach long and in. 2 more. Reach and in. Last one. Good. Extend those legs long. Rest them down. Reach those arms. Lengthen. Good. Bringing those hands beside you. We're going to come up to Cobra. Shoulders away from those ears. No shoulder earrings. Open it up. Few deep breaths here. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. We're going to continue back to a little piece of heaven. So hips back to your heels. Open those knees up a bit. Arms out. Press those palms down. Going to feel nice in that low back. Nice through those hips. Might want to shimmy side to side. Stretch a little deeper. Good. Go ahead and come out of that stretch. And then we're going to come to all fours. So we want to make sure here that we're not arching or rounding the back. We want a nice, strong, flat back, the best that you can. Wrist under your shoulders, knees under those hips. And then keeping that core engaged, eyes towards the front edge of your mat. Opposite arm and leg here. We're going to reach the left leg long. And then we're going to take that right arm, so opposite sides, and then lift if you can with that leg. You don't have to. If you feel better with that back toe down and that arm extended, that's okay too. You'll feel that lengthening in the waist here. Just holding. Reaching long, lengthen. Keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. And then go ahead and bring that back in. We're going to do that same thing on the other side. So extend that left arm, right leg, toe staying down or lifting wherever you're most comfortable. Hold long through those fingertips, long through those toes. And bring that down. Hips back to your heels. Stretch it out again. Arms long, press those palms down. Maybe going side to side in those hips a bit. Good. Go ahead and come out of that stretch. We're going to go back to all fours. Opposite arm and leg again. Nice and strong with that back, so we're not arching or rounding. Knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. Opposite arm and leg. Go ahead and take it out. Find your balance. And then you're going to bring your elbow and knee towards the center of your body. And then reach it back out long. Draw it in and reach away. So if it's a little hard to balance here, you could do one and go back down, or you could just hold that arm and leg out. Okay, so you don't have to add the pull in. Good, really reach and lengthen, long through those toes, long through those fingertips. 4, reach, keep that core strong. 2 more. Holding this last one out, and then we're just gonna pulse it up. Small presses, up, 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 up. Good, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest that down. Good. Finding your center here. Other side, opposite arm and leg. We're going to reach it away and lengthen to start and just find that balance. And then if you're ready and you want to try it, we're going to pull in and reach and lengthen. Pull in and reach. Pull in and reach. Drawing that belly button into that spine. All the way out. Reach and lengthen. Good. Here's 4 and 3. You got it. 2 and last one. Let's hold it out there again. Up, up, up. Little pulses. Lift, 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 lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that down. Hips back to those heels and stretch it back out. If you want to release through those shoulders a bit, arms could come beside you if that feels better. Good. Go ahead and come out of that stretch. We're going to move into a plank here. So I'm going to do straight arm, wrist under the shoulders. If you feel better on the forearms with the elbows under your shoulders, stay there. So wrist under your shoulders, legs are going to go out. We're going to keep those hips strong. So you want to make sure you're not down here sinking. Tuck the pelvis, keep those hips strong, eyes towards the front edge of your mat, holding. Knees could be down if you need to rest, but make sure those hips aren't back here. Nice straight line, knee to shoulder. If you're on the forearms, you're here. If you need to rest, knees could be down, but your hips are still strong. Good, keep going. Keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Press back if you need to rest here. And then come back into it when you're ready. Strong through the center of your body. We're working from your center. You're gonna feel that whole body working here. Keep breathing. Good. Good, so we're gonna press back into down dog. And we're gonna take the left leg and we're gonna lift it up. And then we're gonna take it down, transition into our pigeon stretch. So we're gonna come down, bring that foot to the inside of your body, and then flatten that back leg down, coming to your forearms, and you could just stay here and hang out if you're comfortable, or you could collapse it all the way out. Trying to keep your hips square to the mat here. Should feel really nice. If it doesn't, I'm sorry, but you might want to come out of the stretch and then take it to your back instead and just pull that knee to your chest. So if this doesn't feel good, you have other options. Good. We're going to come out of that stretch, hands to the mat, and then we're just going to transition back to our plank. Strong with the hips, just hold. Keep breathing. Eyes towards the front edge of your mat. Keep that core nice and strong and engaged. Good. And then we're going to press back to down dog again. And then this time taking that right leg and lifting it up. And then once again, we're going to transition into that pigeon stretch. Foot to the inside of your body. Straighten that back leg out. Press it to the mat. Just to those forearms if you're comfortable there, or collapse it out again. Enjoying that nice stretch through those hips. Good. Go ahead and come out of that stretch. Hands back to the mat. Transition back out to your plank. Hold. Eyes towards the front edge of your mat. Strong core. Rest the knees if you need to. Press back to down dog again if you need to. Keep breathing. You got it. We're almost there. Good. Go ahead and walk those hands back towards your feet into that standing forward bend. Just let your arms hang. Relax your head. And then we're just going to slowly bring that up. Bring those shoulders back at the top. Position my cameras a little different. All right. So we're not going to do Sally because I don't have any music. But we're going to... Sorry, I got two cameras here. All right. So we're still going to do some squatting. We're going to start with that prayer. Keep these as slow as you need to. They should be slow and controlled. We're going to start in that prayer position, and we're going to go down into a squat. You're going to lift up, elbow to opposite knee, back down, and lift. Oops, now you can almost see that deer head on the wall. Make sure you're pressing back into those heels, pushing that booty back, knees behind the toes, down and up, down and up. Get that twist. Good. Keep going. Strong core. You got it. We're almost there. 4. Here's 3. 2 more sets. Last time on each side. And then we're going to hold this one down. Push that booty back and just hold. Keep breathing. Good. We're going to take those hands down, shoot those hips up. Legs are wide. Slow down that breathing. So go as wide as you feel comfortable here. Hips, toes, and knees forward. We're going to take that right hand down, left arm all the way up. So we worked that inner thigh a bunch today. You should feel that inner thigh stretch here. So we're getting a spinal stretch, but if you're wide and you can really open up here, you'll feel that inner thigh stretching. Inner thigh opposite to your arm that's up. And let's bring that back down and try the other side. Good, bring that down. We're gonna stay wide and we're gonna lunge to the left. Feel that inner thigh stretching again. And then back to the center and over to the other side. Good, back to the center. We're gonna walk those feet in. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Let those arms hang again. Relax that head. We're gonna slowly bring that up and bring those shoulders back at the top. Oh my gosh. Good. Oh, almost see that deer head again. All right, so legs are gonna go wide. Core is nice and engaged. Hips, toes, and knees are out. Okay, we're gonna take those arms up, hands together, palms to the sky, push away, way to one side, reach and stretch. You wanna stay nice and long through the center of your body. And then pull that back to the center nice and tall and take it right over to the other side. Good, back to the center. Bring those arms down, take one arm over your chest. And then open that up, other side. Stretch out those plank and shoulders. Good, go ahead and open that up wide. Bring those arms down. Again, hips, toes, and knees are still out. Core is engaged. We're gonna take a nice deep breath and fill those lungs. Exhale, push all that air out. Again, fill those lungs. Nice deep breath. Exhale, get rid of it. One last time. Nice deep breath. And exhale. Awesome job, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys are awesome. Have a great Saturday. Go enjoy the sun. Happy Easter. Love you guys. Thanks for joining, everybody.